Gaines, a little sidelight here tonight. Both quarterbacks will be wearing number 12. Ken Higginbotham for Jackson, Mark Johnson for the UMS Prep School Bulldogs. And another little sidelight, they both went to Kenny Stabler's camp this year in Marion, Alabama, and became very good friends and competitors at that point. The flip of the coin has been made, I believe.
No, that's about the longest preparation for the flip of a coin that I've seen, I guess. They still talk about that.
Must be telling them how to, there's a flip. The coin is in the air, and it'll be called by UMS. UMS has, who has one? He hasn't pointed to anybody yet.
He's still talking.
I think Jackson won the toss, but he's looking at Danny Eckstein.
Danny Eckstein and Raymond Williams are the Jackson captains. He is discussing options with the captains, and it does appear that Jackson has won the toss. They, I'm sure, will take, yes, they will take the football. Jackson, dressed in the purple jerseys and the gold pants, will be going from our right to left here in Legion Field.
Kicking off for the UMS Prep School Bulldogs, number 22, Tiff Lyons. Clifford Edgar's back on about his 10-yard line waiting for this kick. The soccer-style kicker will approach it from his 40-yard line. He'll have the win with him in the first quarter, and he booms it deep. Edgar's going to field the ball on his 10-yard line, come up the left side. He gets good blocking, gets across the 20, across the 25, across the 30, breaks it across the 35, and out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. As Johnny Schultz really rolled up the kicker, Tiff Lyons. I mean, let him know he was in a football game. Big John rolled him out of bounds at about the 45. The Aggies will take it at their 37-yard line. There's a flag down on play, a possible clip over here.
We do have a flag back. It appears it may not be a flag. There's no, well, the officials are going to get it now. Maybe it is a flag. You wonder if it's a flag or if he dropped something.
It's against the Aggies, too.
Yes, it will be a flag. You know, Jackson, the reason we say that, Jackson wears a lot of these gold towels, and several times in the past we thought that there was a flag down where it was in fact one of the gold towels, but it will be a clip. Stepped off against the Aggies. It'll move them back to about their 23-yard line. Tough break for the Aggies, big break for the Bulldogs early in the contest. Probably that's Jackson's best kickoff return this year. And if college scouts are looking, they're looking for the kind of thing Johnny Schultz did then. Get downfield, show the quickness, and block ahead of that runner.
Gaines, they're going to give us some more on the end of that, too. I would have thought it'd be from, it's evidently from where the foul is. This could move Jackson way back inside their 10-yard line and mark it down about the 11 or 12-yard line, as the Aggies will have very poor field position here starting out.
Boy, you talk about turning things around. Came out with a super field position out past the 40-yard line on a great return by Clifford Edgar, and all of a sudden stepped all the way back inside the 15-yard line.
Possibly changed the game plan just a little bit as Ken Higginbotham, the quarterback, brings the Aggies out, sends Ezel way wide to the right, has a tight wishbone behind him with the tight end McGee. He gets under center. Jay Bozeman embarks a signal. Long count for Higginbotham. He's going to run the outside veer, now run the option play and pitch it back to Edgar. If Edgar gets a block on the corner, he cuts in, gets his first down up across the 24, close to the 25-yard line, and they had running room that time, and the option Gaines is beginning to work, and Clifford Edgar is beginning to run like the back that we knew he was early in the year.
Good pitch by Higginbotham. Looked almost like a busted play at first. Looked like they had trouble on the first read out of the wishbone, but he got the pitch to Edgar. He cut it back in. Good move by Edgar. First down for the Aggies out to the 22-yard line.
Aggies first and 10 from their 22 on a 12-yard carry by halfback Clifford Edgar. Higginbotham barks the signals against the 8-man front. Going on a trap play, straight up the middle, and he has popped. That's Clifford Edgar right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. You think he didn't get nailed that time. Just tremendous contact by the right defensive tackle of UMS. He's not listed as a starter, but
Gaines is number 45. I'll try to get his, I got a roster here. We'll try to get his numbers. No gain on the play, second down 10. Don't even have him listed on here.
Not listed as a starter.
Big kid, though. All right, Higginbotham comes out. Second down 10 from his 22-yard line. Loosens up the Bulldogs just a little bit now. Higginbotham going to run the option play this way and hand off to Edgar. Edgar gets nothing. He's knocked down by the defensive end for no gain. It's open outside on the option.
Let me say right here that there's a gentleman in these stands here tonight that we want to say something about. He was here last week. I'm talking about Fred the Rock Nichols, one of the truly great athletes in the history of Jackson High School. Fred's been a little under the weather for the last year, and it's awfully good to see him out. It's awfully good to see him back at Legion Field, where he enjoyed many great moments as a tremendous football player for these Jackson Aggies.
Ezel comes out to the left side. He'll draw double coverage as the halfback comes right up on his nose, and that's about the only way you're going to be able to stay with Parrish. Higginbotham, the quarterback, going to run the option play and pitch it back. LeBarry Jones is going to get his first down, I think, across the 30, up close to his first down at the 34-yard line. Gaines that almost broke for a touchdown. Only a good play coming over. Number 83, John Shearer, saved a touchdown, and Clifford looks like he's a little shook up on the play. He's coming out of the football game.
Super execution that time. UMS obviously looking for the pass all the way because, let's face it, Jackson has had great success throwing the football, particularly in those long yardage situations. LeBarry Jones with a good cut inside behind the lead block by Clifford Edgar. Edgar injured on the play. LeBarry Jones having an equipment problem, looks like with the shoulder pads. So both starting halfbacks are on the sidelines now for the Aggies. Into the ball game, Johnny Black and David Darrington. We may see them put it up right now for the simple reason they've got the new halfbacks.
Not as much size, but a lot more quickness in there in that backfield right now. Higginbottom barks signals. Long count. Going on a trap play. Straight up the middle. Edgar. Edgar breaks it across the 25, across the 40, going across the 50. He'll be run down inside the 45, down to the 35, 36-yard line goes fullback Sherwin Leggett behind a beautiful block by Johnny Schultz and Doug Baxley. They just rolled him out of there, and Sherwin Leggett broke it for a big gain. It's a 1st and 10 for the Aggies in UMS territory.
We prematurely called him Clifford Edgar, and Clifford's on the sideline. Clifford's been running that football all night long. Sherwin Leggett, the fullback, looked like almost like a little short draw that they've had some success with this year. Higginbotham pulled out like he was going to throw, left it with Leggett. Big yardage, great blocking at the point of attack.
Ezel comes out to the left side. McGee, the tight end, is to the right side. The strong side of the field is to the left. Higginbotham, the quarterback, going to run a trap play again, and Leggett almost breaks it again. He gets about 4 or 5 tough yards. He stopped at the line of scrimmage, broke a tackle, and got about 5. They will have first and 10 from the 16. They're on a drive.
First quarter, Jackson rushed for 79 yards, UMS for only 13, but they're turning that around right now. Johnson brings them up.
UMS coming at the Aggies with all they got. Johnson, the quarterback, split backfield behind him. Going straight up the middle with Ryan. He finds running room now. He's hit hard, but he runs through that tackle. And missing the tackle was number 64, Reginald Sampson. He ran through that and got about 4 more.
And they are definitely down in field goal territory now. If the Aggies should be able to keep them out of the end zone, they are in territory where Lions can get the job done. They are down to about the Jackson 11-yard line, looking at a second down and 5. Big gainer that time by Ryan. UMS impressively moving the football. Second down 5, UMS at the 11-yard line, Aggie territory. They get a first down inside the 6-yard line. As Lions comes out to the left side, and Johnson, the quarterback, barks his signals. Split backfield going to big fullback outside. He's going to be knocked down. No gain on the play. The Aggies smelled it out. Ken Ricketts made a good play. It's going to be third down and 5. Big play right here coming. Big play in this drive. That time, as you say, they smelled it out. The big fullback got the carry, and he is a big, strong rascal. Roll to the outside. UMS just does not quite have the quickness to get to the corners against Jackson's defense. They are having success right now attacking between the tackles. It's a big play. If we don't get a first down here, we look for Tiff Lions to come in and try that field goal. It's third down. We'll call it 4.5 to go outside the 10 at the 11-yard line for the UMS Prep School Bulldogs. As Kevin Morgan comes out, gets over that football, Mark Johnson has a power eye to his right side, and he's going to run back to the left, look for a man to throw to, and he's going to be hit. He's going to throw the ball anyway, and it's going to be incomplete and almost intercepted down at the goal line. Eckstein almost came out with the football, or is that number 21, Hatfield, almost came out with the football. And I suppose under the NFL rules that I've been introduced to in the last couple of weeks, they would have blown that one dead, wouldn't it? Yes, they would. It's fourth down, and look for Lions to try. Super effort by Johnson that time. He was in the grips of a couple of Aggie defenders and maintained his footing, got the throw off, and not a bad throw. Almost completed it. Then it was tipped and almost intercepted. Lions will attempt the field goal. It'll be about a 27-yard effort. They spotted at the 17 and angle to the right. This is usually a hard for the soccer-style kicker from the right side. It's a high snap. The kick is up, but the kick is going to be good. There's time out on the field with 8:35. It's UMS 3, Jackson nothing. The Aggies down 3-0 games, and what we talked about early in the football game, you can't blow chances against a good football team like UMS and expect to win a football game. We had them down in the first quarter, let them get off the hook. Now we have 8:35, and the Bulldogs are out front. Kind of an odd-looking kick coverage here by the UMS Prep School Bulldogs. Evidently, Lions going to kick it to the left side and make them cover to the left. All his players over here to the left side. Now we got a whistle blown here. What's the problem? Coach Jackson says he got something wrong here. Well, he's kicking off from the 35-yard line. That's one thing. Coach Jackson noticed his team was kicking off from the 35. Lions went out and placed it down on the 35. I don't believe I've seen that happen before. The officials would have egg on their face. Sure will. It's kind of odd. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players on this side and 3 on the other side of the football. As the wide side, of course, is to the side. He's kicking from the hash mark on the left side. On the right side, excuse me. Johnson does kick it back this way. He's going to kick to Lee Berry Jones at about the 10 or 11-yard line. Jones comes straight up the middle looking for running room. He finds it across the 25 and across the 30 now. Up to the 31 goes LeBerry Jones. The Aggies will try to get something started from their 32-yard line, first and 10. Good field position again for the Aggies. Pretty good return by LeBerry Jones right up the middle. We'll see what Coach Pennington feels like will work against this bunch of fired-up UMS Bulldogs. They held Jackson at bay early in the ball game. Jackson with a lot of opportunities to put the game, well, at least to take the lead in the ball game. They were unable to do so. Ezel goes wide out to the left. Sherwin Leggett in the point of the wishbone, and Clifford Edgar, Lee Berry Jones behind the quarterback, Ken Higginbottom, who runs trap play straight up the middle, and fullback gets about 4 tough yards. Let's give him 2 as he's knocked down and knocked sideways. He ran a long time, but only went sideways that time, Gaines. UMS is closing down inside very well. The only time that they popped Leggett out of there for long yardage was on a little misdirection, a sort of what looked like a short draw type play. They're closing down down real tight inside, and they are overloading to the split end side of the field.
Ezel goes to the left side. He hasn't caught a pass tonight. Had one intended for him, overthrown. Second down, we'll call it 9 to go, or 8 to go from the 35-yard line in Aggie territory. Higginbotham, the quarterback, barks his signals. Going on option play to the left side. He hands straight up to the fullback. The fullback breaks it. Sherwood-Leggett gets his first down and runs over people up across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Fullback Sherwood-Leggett stopped initially and just ran through it and punished him when he got there.
Just super individual effort that time by Sherwood-Leggett. He did not really have a great hold right at the point of attack. He looked like he had him a couple of yards. He rambled off, caught himself with his hand, maintained his balance, and just absolutely drilled that safety man out at midfield.
Higginbotham, the quarterback, has a tight end on the right side, has Ezel split out on the left side. Barking his signals, looking over that 6-man front, now 8-man move up on the line of scrimmage, going to run the option play out here to Lee Berry Jones. Gets a block from Clifford Everett. Lee Berry cuts in, he's tripped up, or he'd have gone a long way, gets close to his first down, across the 45 to the 43. Had he not been tripped up, Ezel had a block on the safety man, it would have been a touchdown.
Good blocking by Edgar, good blocking by Ezel, leading him out to the corner that time. Real fine execution of the wishbone that time by the Aggies, and they looked awfully quick in getting to the corner then, and frankly, they've shown the ability to get to the corner all night long.
I'll take that option all night on this defense because there's just no way they can get out and cover it and stop that fullback. Now they loosen up, send a wide side, double slots to this side, and Ezel split out here as Higginbotham's going to run the option play this way and hands straight off to Leggett. Leggett breaks one tackle, then he slips down, gets his first down at the 35-yard line, and they're running straight at him now, Gaines, and they found something. They're trapping in there with Johnny Schultz and Bozeman in there because they're getting a little hole in there, and he's popping through for good yards.
Great blocking at the point of attack by Bozeman and Schultz and Baxley then. And Tommy, this is the first team this year that has played the quarterback on the option and turned the halfbacks loose.
And that could be a mistake for UMS, but right now they're out front 3-0 with 6:25 to play in the first half. Higginbotham barks the signals, go hand straight off. Now he runs the option play outside. No blocking this time, but Edgar cuts in, makes some missed tackles, goes inside the 25. He's running hard. Great run by Clifford. Edgar carries a man into the 9 or 10-yard line. They're going to mark him down to 11. No blocking, and Clifford just made a cut. And Gaines, he just growing by leaps and bounds. Had he played a lot last year, there's no telling how good a football player he could have been, because after the 5th game last week, we said it, he just looked like he was coming. And this week, he just cut in, no blocking, and made a great run by Clifford Edgar.
Reminds you a lot of his older brother, Bobby Daffin, who took about a half a year really to learn how to run the football. And Clifford Edgar just would not be denied on that occasion.
First down and 10 at the 11-yard line for the Aggies as they threaten to go into this football game, put some points on the board. Higginbotham, the quarterback, barks the signals, going to run an option play, being handed off to Clifford. Clifford is knocked down, fumbles the football. I believe UMS has got the football. They ran an outside veer and fumbled the football. Let's see who's going to come up with the football.
It looked like Higginbotham got back on the ball.
They say UMS has got it, but they say Higginbotham had it. Who are they going to give it to?
I think the officials are giving the football to Jackson. I think Higginbotham got back on the football. It was a missed handoff, really, right on the first option of the wishbone.
Gaines, I tell you what's happening. They changed this around a little bit. I was talking to Coach Pennington in the week. They run that veer a little wider because of this defense, and and they were not quite got their timing down. They used to have an inside veer. They run an outside veer, and he just put the ball on his hip. But we have second down. We'll call it 9 to go from the 9-yard line for the Jackson Aggies as Higginbotham's going to run a power play straight up the middle. Edgar finds running room. He's going to be knocked down close to the 5-yard line. He'll be short of his first down at the 5.
Just super running by Clifford Edgar that time. He was hit really just beyond the line of scrimmage. He rolled, he turned, and he carried about 3 tacklers down inside the 5-yard line. And I'll tell you, Clifford Edgar is playing with a vengeance tonight. He is a different-looking Clifford Edgar than we have seen probably since he's been playing for Jackson High School. Jackson will take a timeout with 4:59 in the first half of play. We'll take it with the score. UMS 3, Jackson nothing.
Back at Legion Field, Jackson, Alabama. The Aggies have it third down, 4 to go for a first down. Clifford Edgar on the night, 7 rushes, 60 yards. Gaines, he's running like a back that knows what he's doing with the football tonight.
He's running like a man possessed. He's got into the secondary and just rambled and broken tackles. And, well, with a tearaway jersey, Clifford would have been gone a couple of times already. And he's shown great stamina, great strength. And now Jackson's looking at about a third down, and we'll call it a long 2, short 3 for the first down. They can make a first down and still not score the touchdown. And you've got to think that that maybe they're going to run the option play a couple of times down here because they've had great success getting to the corner.
Wide side of the field is to the right side. Ezel has single coverage this way. Let's see if they throw the football or run it. Higginbotham, the quarterback, might go back to the short side. That's where he's going to go with running back, and he sneaks through and gets very close to his first down. LeBarry Jones, there was no hole there, Gaines, but LeBarry just kind of wiggled along, looked for a hole, and kind of jumped through it, got close to his first down. It's going to be 4th down and about 1.5 yards or 2 yards to go for a first down close to the 1 yard line.
We're waiting to see
half a yard.
It's inside a yard to go there. It's a 4th down for the Aggies. They're down inside the 3 yard line, down at about the 2.5 yard line. 4th down, less than a yard to go. LeBarry Jones got a couple of yards out of that when there really was not very much there. A big play here. 4th down, less than a yard to go. Jackson trailing 3-0. Higginbotham brings them up.
4th down, yard to go from inside the 2 yard line as Higginbotham, the quarterback, barks his signal, is going to power play to LeBarry Jones, and he fumbles the football, and they're going to hold him as UMS gets on the football at the 5. A bad play then by the Aggies. LeBarry Jones fumbled that football. There was no hole. They went right back where they just came from, and UMS stacked it up. And UMS is hell, Gaines. And I tell you, this will probably take a lot out of the Aggies. They drove that football twice inside the 15-yard line. They've got no points, and UMS is really fired up with 4:09.
Big play by UMS, good play defensively. I'm going to point out a good play by Ken Higginbotham right then. He came up and got the football and tried to sling it into the end zone. It was 4th down, and he was 4th down. He was trying to get it out there where somebody might have covered. He didn't do that, but it was a good heads-up play by Higginbotham.
John Somm in the power I formation will probably run the big man right up the middle. That's where he's going to run him, but he's going to be trapped back there close to the 2 yard line by number 86, Ken Ricketts, and by Tommy York. They throw him back. It was a busted play by UMS, and they'll go back inside their 3 yard line at the 2 yard line, and they'll have 2nd down and about 13 to go, Gaines. This is dangerous territory. The Aggies have 2 timeouts, and we have 3:33. If they can hold right here, they'll get it back with one more chance here in the first half.
Jackson has shown the ability to get to the corner all night long. Of course, you get down that goal line, there's not as much room to operate, and I'm sure that Coach Pennington felt like that it would be a lot harder to get to the corner down there on the goal line. 3:18, 3:17 left in the first half. UMS now 2nd down, about 13 to go.
2nd down, 13 for UMS, as John Somm, the quarterback, splits his backfield, going to run a trap play over there. He finds running room, getting out across the 10 to the 11 yard line, goes a big fullback, number 45, but we don't have him. They got Ryan, 31, carrying the football. We'll make it. That was a big play for him, Gaines. They got outside, got 2:59 to play in the first half. They're going to have 3rd down. We'll call it 5, or let's make it 7 now. They mark it down back at the 10. Didn't get quite as much as I thought he did, but a good run by Ryan.
Typical UMS ball game, really. They've kept every ball game they played low scoring. They've been able to rely on the strong right foot of Tiff Lyons to get 3 points at a time for them, and they've played tough defense when they've had their backs to the wall.
Lyons, after mentioned man, comes in the slot to the left side as they're going to run a trap play over here, and he's going to be knocked down back at the 10 yard line. No gain. The Aggies will hold with 2:27. A great play then by Benny Jackson, the nose guard. He knocked down number 31, Ryan, and he got no gain. It'll be 4th down and 6 to go for the UMS Bulldogs. Aggies should get the ball in fairly good field position.
They will get the ball in good field position. Jackson will take a timeout here with 2:20 left in the first half of play.
Back number 11, Baines, in his end zone. LeBarry Jones will be back about the 50 yard line looking for this punt from big number 11, Lee Baines. Baines boomed the 48 yarder as Aggies were offside. That's going to give them 1st down. Nix was offside or Herman Leggett, and that's going to cost the Aggies dearly. That's going to be a 1st down for the UMS Bulldogs, and Coach Pennington is ranting on the sidelines, and I don't blame him. That is completely unnecessary on the young man's part.
We'll wait to see what they step off. It's a 4th down and about 5. It's going to give them a 1st down all right at it. We'll see what the officials do with it. It should give them a 1st down.
It's going to be awfully close to a 1st down if it doesn't give it to him. I'm afraid it's going to give it to him.
If it doesn't
very close to it.
If it doesn't give it to him, they don't count very well.
No, they ain't going to say it's a little short of the 1st down. No, they're going to give him the 1st down.
1st down.
Gaines, that hurts. That really hurts. That kind of mistake will just kill you because with a great passing attack the Aggies have, they could have possibly got that ball back and maybe got a field goal out of it.
Well, they stood to get the ball, probably somewhere around midfield or just on the UMS side of the 50. And as it is, they're not going to get the football at all. Now what they've got to do, of course, is bear down defensively, and with 2:19 left in this first half of play, keep the score at 3-0.
John Somm, the quarterback, brings his team out. He has a tight end to the left side and double wideouts, one to left and one to right. Power I formation with Burnett behind him. He's going to run just a quarterback option. Roll out with that football. He finds running room. Here he comes. He gets his 1st down. He's up close to the 35-yard line. Goes quarterback. John Somm, a good run there, just a quarterback keeper behind them, good blocks, and he gets about 15 gains with 2:10, and they can get in field position early and kick a field goal.
It doesn't take a lot for them to get in field goal range now, because they get it down there inside the 30-yard line, and Lyons is a threat. I tell you, he can really kick the ball. He's got 7 field goals now on the year. 2:05 left in this first half of play. UMS 3, Jackson nothing in a tough defensive struggle.
UMS comes out with Johnson, still at power I. Ryan and Burnett right behind him in that power I with a slot to the left side, and that's Lyons. They're going to run back to throw the football. They got Lyons open over the middle. It's overthrown and complete. A great catch by Lyons coming up from the secondary. Number 22, I think at 27, Nix come up. He missed the interception. It's going to be a first down, and they're getting awfully close to the field goal range for Lyons because the wind now is kind of quartering. It won't be bothering him a whole lot.
Just a great catch that time by Lyons. Good throw by Johnson, but Lyons was hit just as the football arrived. And what can you say about it except a great effort by him? 140 left now in the first half of play. 138 now, and UMS moving the football. They'd like to get a touchdown, obviously, but they'd certainly like to get down and give Lyons a chance to get 3 more points.
Well, they're out of that dangerous territory. They can do about what they want to with the football. Lyons, the quarterback, barks the signals, drops straight back to throw the football. He's got a man open over the middle. It's going to be a screen play, and it's incomplete, but they had blockers in front, and nobody reacted except Willie Coleman, and they would have had running room down this sideline, Gaines.
Willie Coleman saw what was coming, and Willie alertly got back in good position, but Johnson just really got pounded back there then. He was under heavy, heavy pressure by Ricky Brown and Benny Jackson and paid the price for getting that one off. 1:21 left in the first half of play. UMS 3, Jackson nothing.
Real sloppy first half offensively for the Aggies as far as fumbling the football. They've moved it, looked good, Gaines, until they get down to scoring territory. Then they've been putting the ball on the ground, and that really hurts you. It takes a lot out of your offense. Your defense held down there and they got a silly penalty, and now UMS is driving with that football with 1:21, and they're prancing up to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Johnson barks a signal, power eye, slot to the right, and that's where he's going to roll up and throw the football, and he's got plenty of room and throws it, and it's incomplete. Should have been intercepted. Willie Coleman is really mad with himself at the 35. He had both hands on the football, went right through his hands. Good coverage.
Good coverage that time by Jackson. Pretty good pressure on Johnson. Rolled out to his right, and he's trying to do the things, and Coach Jackson's done a good job in preparing him for it, that won't allow Jackson's defensive front just to sort of lay their ears back and come on. They're rolling out some, or they're throwing some screens. They're getting the ball off in a hurry. Johnson is not just dropping back and making himself a sitting target back there.
Moving in at defensive left end, that's Benny Jackson. They moved Rico Gaston, the nose guard, and Benny Jackson out to left defensive end to get a little more pressure on quarterback Johnson. He was the gentleman putting pressure before. Power out to the right side as Johnson operates from the Jackson 48. Here he comes again on a rollout. He has a man open, completes it to Lyons. Lyons knocked down, but he got his first down inside the 35-yard line. Out to 33 in Aggie territory. Good coverage in, but a good throw by Johnson to Lyons, and he's getting awfully close to field goal range.
Super throw that time by Johnson. Lyons just on a down and out inside the Jackson 35. Johnson got a great block right at the line of scrimmage on Benny Jackson, the defensive end, that enabled him to have time to get the throw off. We've got about a minute left now in this first half of play. UMS desperately trying to get down there and get some points right at the end of the half. That will be a terrific morale booster for them. They're taking a while in that huddle, and that clock is moving.
Gaines have moved from their 2-yard line and here to the Aggie 32 in just 1 minute of play. Back to pass at Johnson. No rush by the Aggies. Going to get a throw off, and he's got a man complete at the 20. Running is number 85. That's Big Shear. He gets a first down at the 20-yard line, and they're in his range now, Gaines. Big number 85 caught that football. He was wide on. That's Clifton Nelson, let's make it. And the Aggies popped him hard, but it's a first down with 40 seconds. UMS comes out to Aggie 19, 1st and 10 with 40 seconds to play. As Johnson, the quarterback's going to roll out to his right side. He gets good blocking. He's got a man open in the end zone. It's going to be intercepted. Oh, he had a touchdown. Ralph Nixon dropped the football, Gaines. Opened up this sidelines, and he'd have said nothing but green grass. He had at the 10-yard line, dropped the football, and it would have been a touchdown.
No question about it. Nix was wide open at about the 10-yard line, hit him right in the chest. He would have been long gone because nobody from UMS was anywhere near this sideline. The only people that were close were a couple of offensive linemen. Nix would have rambled for the distance.
But he did have a man open deep in the Aggie secondary, Games, as UMS is riddling that defense right now. They're running receivers free because the front 5 is putting no pressure on Johnson. 35 seconds, 2nd and 10, as Johnson, the quarterback, barks his signals. Going to drop straight back and run a draw play. He finds a little bit of running room. He's knocked down, short gain on the play. They're trying to get in field goal position for Tiff Lyons with 28 seconds to play. UMS will take a timeout. We'll take it with a score. UMS 3, Jackson nothing. UMS from the Aggie 17-yard line, as they have 25 seconds and 1 timeout left, I believe, Gaines. And they'll probably try to get in field position and throw another pass and then kick the field goal. And Johnson sends Lyons out to slot on the right side, and he'll bark his signals with an I formation behind him. And Big Ryan is down. He's going to drop straight back to throw the football. He just threw the ball away, and now they're going to try the field goal. As on marks Big Mark James with the kicking tee, or Lee Baines does make it with the kicking tee. Lyons will try it. It'll probably come from around the 25-yard line, or thereabouts, be a 35-yard attempt. but he has a good leg. We saw him kicking that far in practice. He's got the wind kind of quarterling. It shouldn't affect him a whole lot.
If the wind is a factor, it'll just blow the ball from left to right. It's not blowing in his face. This is easily within his distance. It'll be about a 34-yard effort.
Lions will get the snap back. Is down. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good, I believe. The kick is good. There's time out on the field with 15 seconds to play in the first half. It's UMS 6, Jackson nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back in Legion Field, Jackson, Alabama, where the Bulldogs have moved from their 2-yard line and kicked a 27-yard field goal by Tiff Lyons. And that's making a 37-yard field goal by Tiff Lyons. And he'll kick off to the Aggies, and we look for him to kick it on the ground here. As Lyons booms it. No, he's going to boom it back deep over here to Johnny Black. Black will field it at about his 12-yard line. Come up this right side. He's going to be fine running room. Johnny Black running hard, but he's going to be knocked down as clock time is marking down here as he runs it out to the 30. He's going to be knocked down with 8 seconds left on the clock. Aggies, I don't think will have time. I think they'll just run the clock out and go into half, try to regroup. And this is only the second time a year they've been behind at halftime game.